I mean, we probably shouldn't be going after one that's from literally 4 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. It's time for some Danganronpa.
Hey, if you load a game, it'll load you from where you left off. Is this okay? Set skills. Oh.
Sure. Oh. You can't afford it.
Okay, this is after the bonus statement is destroyed, effective during bullet time battle. Focus gauge recovers more quickly, effective during non-stop hangman's gap bullet time.
Yeah,
sure. The speed of memorizing a statement.
Yes.
We do want this?
Yes.
That's what you don't have. Bullet capacity for the bullet time battle. Definitely want that if there's going to be a bullet time battle here. Don't know if there's going to be, but there usually is. Completely steadies your aim. I've gotten used to it not being steady. It being steady actually kind of throws me off a little.
I mean, okay. You're sure.
I'm not just sure. I'm confident.
Time for some Danganronpa.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know.
What?
I'm sorry, some random music started. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's playing. I don't know why I'm hearing... Yikes. Well, that was weird and arbitrary.
Whoa! Deja vu!
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
I just feel like I should elaborate real quick. The music was coming from my internet web browser. It wasn't a YouTube video that was playing. It was when I did a Google search of, was it Torchwick music? And just that tab decided to start playing music all of a sudden. It was just a...
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
I don't want to use
I would like to point out something real quick. Also, wait. Back when I played this game through the first time, I had... Actually, wait. Let me just turn this down a little bit more. Back when I played through this game the first time, I had actually called who the killer would be for this in the first trial.
Wait,
So-
what do you mean?
You'll see it when it happens, but I had actually called it during the first trial for what would happen in this trial.
So wait, so you predicted something would happen in the first trial, and then when the first trial happened, you were like, oh. But then by the time this trial came around, you were like, I was right.
Yeah, well, during the first trial, I said, hey, X thing is going to happen in this game. And then in this case, it happened.
Okay. We should probably review what those are. Toko's, Aui's, and Yakuza's.
Alright, cool. Where's the... Oh, good, I can see this. Sakura had written notes to Toko, Byakuya, and Yasuhiro, asking them to meet her in the rec room by noon. They set these notes underneath at each person's room door. Byakuya confirmed he received the note, but claimed that he never went to see her, and says that he had not seen her that whole day. Toko confirmed that she received the note, but also claimed that she never went. And that's it.
One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
If you move it around so much, it's
Because you
like it's
all
not
had a
even
motive.
an issue.
You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
Okay, so clearly it's...
That's the only reason. Oh, Ori's account with that's the only reason you have?
One of you killed.
And what reason do you have for saying?
Because you hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
No, that's wrong. Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
Footprints, the status of the body, and the pocket trash.
Okay, let's double check what those are.
The fact
What exactly was the status of the body? Found dead in a chair, slumped forward, traces of blood found around her mouth, presumably for when she vomited blood. There's no injury or indication as to why she would have, except that there were wounds on the back of her head, right?
On the back of her head, yes, that shouldn't be a reason to, vomit blood.
We don't watch the same animes. And what was the pocket trash? Pocket trash was that.
A bit of trash that fell out of, and then the footprints in the
there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
That pocket trash is...
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I can believe you.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw...
You had the pocket
No,
trash.
that's wrong. Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's...
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Ooh, kind of.
Well, I mean... Yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was... when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
Da 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 da. Is the reason I know when Sakura got the candy is when Sakura got the candy? It's the only one that makes sense.
Yeah.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was, oh, that's right. I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
We only have a problem that you lied.
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
More
I mean, she
hostility.
kind of is.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Huh? Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message. At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
You weren't allowed at the scene of the crime.
It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
I want to say I can totally believe Hiro here would absolutely take something from one case and then try to use it in another case like this.
Yeah.
But then completely get it all wrong and then try to put too much emphasis on it.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do you?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Ah.
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
On the magazine shelf.
They could be at least a little bit creative with these.
Kyoko, you
Yeah.
found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
He's a little bit dense. I mean, it's probably the dying message that we want here.
Actually, I think it's Sakura's
I
body.
can tell you exactly when I found the dying message.
Well, it's one of the two.
When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem?
What's up? Are you trying to find out how to take...
Okay, it is holding down the left click.
What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
When I pulled it out,
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
It's either after the
I can
investigation
tell
had
you
begun
exactly when I found the
or
dying
on
message.
the magazine shelf.
When Ogre's body was discovered.
Shoot.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun.
I found the magazine. When I pulled it out,
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
No?
No.
Shoot.
Okay, so it's the magazine rack then.
I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out,
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
No,
Here we
it's
go.
wrong. When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then.
Not to mention he was closed and put in there.
Tell us the
upside
truth,
down.
Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
Read the
I don't
Vienna
even know where to
sausage?
begin with that one. He's just trying to confuse us.
actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message.
No.
100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Again, you're rarely accurate. Now it's using the status of her body. Oh, never mind.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Can't hear you, can't hear you. Conspiracy. Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
Yay, I won.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message.
Whenever I do that section, it makes me want to play, what's that rhythm game? The Rhythm Dungeon Delver game? You know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
Oh? Nah.
Rhythm Dungeon Delver?
Yeah, it's like a 2D kind of top-down thing. You go through the dungeon, but you can only move to the beat of the song.
I don't know what that one is.
Shoot. It is fun, but I could never Let's Play that because I have to concentrate way too much on getting the timing right to talk while I'm doing it.
Wait, do you remember anything else about the game?
I know that there was a Legend of Zelda version that I got on the Switch and I played it, but unfortunately my Switch isn't within arm's reach, so I can't go and find it.
So it's a Legend of Zelda game.
No, not originally. There was a Legend of Zelda, version of it that was made.
Oh. Yeah, then I have no idea.
Wait.
Look at it. The message was almost certainly written using a finger. But
Crypt of the Necro Dancer.
Oh. Okay, I own that, but I've literally never played it or seen it played. So.
You should. It's fun. I kind of want to play the Zelda one again. But yeah, the entire gameplay, you have the little bar at the bottom, and all of your movement has to be to the beat of the song.
both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Boom!
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
What?
Please,
See?
just let me explain
I
what
knew it.
happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there,
What? She just gave away the candy just like that?
and that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
Going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
Where'd you get the blood? Sorry, Zora, you were saying something?
Yeah, I was saying, where did you get the blood from?
That's what I said!
Yeah, we said
Can't
it literally
believe
the same
you!
time.
You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy.
Also, he hit her once, he said.
Yep.
Specifically once.
Yep.
And did you notice a little extra something in that little cutscene?
Oh. No. In that cutscene, no.
No?
Wait a minute. Wasn't the locker closed behind him?
Yes!
Interesting.
It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
Like that locker.
Coin didn't use Sakura's finger. I mean, true, but why was it
I
hidden?
got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Everything you just said, it doesn't explain why the locker was closed.
Huh?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then, he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
Then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine,
It would have to be
they
Toko.
must not have liked what was written on it.
Ryakura wouldn't care.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right?
What?
Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's
But
not where this case ends.
Case ends. Da-da-da.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
Examination summary. Oh gosh, Monkuma status and the yellow powder. Status of the body, right?
I didn't want to,
Let's
but
check the status of the body in our thing. Monokuma file number 4.
Cool. Wrong body. There's evidence of a X instead of S. With evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head, no other injuries were noted. It seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. What's not listed in any of these things is that she was hit twice.
I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby. And I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once.
Aha! Kyoko's examination stuff. Wait. No blood was found on either of her hands.
Oh.
Yeah, just once.
No, that's wrong.
I don't think that is wrong. I think he did only hit her once.
If Sakura
But
died
she
from
was not
Hiro's
just
single
hit
blow,
once.
that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Huh? 2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used.
Pretty obvious.
Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone
It's
missing.
gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy.
We took a picture.
If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Really? It's chess pieces!
Really? Hangman's Gambit, of course. I guess it's probably just a chess piece.
Stupid. Oh.
Now I understand.
I think they're like too many stacked on top of each other.
That's
They
it.
just kept
The
shooting.
chess pieces. Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was
The knight, right?
the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In
We're missing a
chess,
piece.
There are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while 1 apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah.
Shut up,
Wait,
Kira.
no, that's not what I mean.
No,
So,
that's not what I
let's
mean.
say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Pieces. It was excited.
Oh my god! The bottle must have been broken,
What makes you so sure?
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Yep.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just 1 broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
Do, 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 do.
I believe that's it.
Shoot!
Really?
But the broken bottle pieces, no, that's not specific enough. Evidence that proves it is the scale.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is... there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces. Which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
Some bowling aficionados.
I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
Photos of dead people basically on either side of most people here.
Yeah.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room. Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come
I mean, the
loose.
thing is, I would totally believe it.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
It was in the locker.
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
We have your fingerprints.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
What? Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
The locker handprint. A new element?
Mm-hmm. But left mouse button during final strike. Oh, right, but now with the final strike we have bullets. Slash Nor. Just this once, okay? You're about halfway through the game now. Go you!
Wait, halfway?
Yes. This is chapter 4.
That
It's
doesn't
a
sound right.
lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie!
Forgot the reload button.
That's enough! It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! It's a lie! That's enough!
This should prove it.
It scrolls really
Did you
slow.
know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
What?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Wait, hold on. Do they have pictures of all of this evidence that they're showing in the court?
Question.
Because he'd said, like, oh, does this look familiar? Like, if it's just, you know, using his memory or whatever, then there wouldn't be an image to show her. And then she's all like, oh, let's compare them. Which I guess could mean, let's take her upstairs to the locker, put her hand on the hand, whatever. But he had said, does this look familiar? Like, are they able to just take pictures anyway? And if they are able to take pictures anyway, then what was with that whole stuff about having to use the digital camera? If they can take pictures with something else, is he using the digital camera to take these crime scene pictures?
I mean, that doesn't make sense because considering that that they explicitly said the digital camera can only hold 3 photos.
Yes. But how is he showing the handprint?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I would imagine that they could get to take pictures with their handbooks if it's like some sort of like a phone. But then why did Celeste have to like have the digital camera and just happen to like take it with her and like to take the picture? She could have just said, "Oh yeah, I took a picture with my handbook." Blink. It's not like the handbook's like messaging system, so you can call for
Stop
help.
wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
No.
Guess who's back?
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see...
Oh no, the same image!
everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
What's up?
Again, there's one thing that doesn't make sense there. She attacked her, blah blah blah, but over at the magazine thing.
That's why there's blood at the magazines, I guess.
No, but Sakura was found slumped over in the chair.
Yes, and also, if she's, lying down by the magazine rack, then the first thing that she would get her hand on wouldn't be a bottle. It would be a magazine.
Yeah, something doesn't add up.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's... But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Nope.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd? Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it. Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
The one who killed Sakura is... Technically, there are kind of two people standing next to each other still. We still haven't talked about the yellow powder.
And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
Boom.
No, that's wrong.